have a confession.
They're all gonna want to take showers afterwards.
Oh my God, what's gonna happen?
This is so sexy.
Oh my goodness. I had a huge daddy fetish.
Bound to go wow wow.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sex Tales. I'm Melissa Stratton. You can find me acting on a mattress or hanging out online with you. But today I'm here in the studio with my favorite co-host. She only has one name like Madonna, Vanniall.
And I'm her only co-host. And unlike Madonna, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say a really mean joke to Madonna. We're here with the lady in blue herself, Miss Jewelz Blu.
Hello there.
Jewelz, your hair and the blue
you.
is a huge statement of who you are and your brand.
It just
Has
happens.
Has it always been that way?
I just have been obsessed with the color blue forever. And I don't know, as you can see, I just happen to own a lot of blue, wear a lot of blue. It just happens. I don't know. It's like second nature. It's definitely your signature. Was it inspired by anything? Or, I mean, it's obviously your natural
Did it come
color.
on at a sudden time when you were like blue?
It definitely did. I mean, I've had different hair colors throughout like my life. I've had like hot pink, I've had black, I've had purple. And it was actually when I was like hot pink, like magenta hot pink.
Really?
And I was like, I need to try blue next, like full on like ocean blue. And I don't know, I just feel like blue's in my destiny. My eyes are blue. My birthstone is a sapphire. That's also blue. So it's the color of my
Sapphire,
aura.
September, Virgo?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
faded. It
Yeah.
was literally faded.
It was. It
Yeah.
truly was.
I love that. Well, not only are you beautiful, but you're very talented.
Super.
Tell us about your start in the industry.
Oh, wow. So I have been in the industry since 2019, and I started kind of like before I like jumped into like full on porn. I was doing like Patreon, I was camming, I even like had OnlyFans, but I wasn't really like putting that much into it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I also was like, you know, I guess I'd say like Instagram influencer too, and like really big in the rave scene, like rave scene influencer, and like just wanted to do porn.
Really?
But also at the same time, secretly, I was a dominatrix.
Oh my God. I love
Wait,
it.
that
I
entire
love it.
time?
Yeah, that entire time before I joined porn, I was a dominatrix, but I was like it was like second, like double life, like very secret. Like I didn't like, only my close friends knew, like it wasn't like a public thing, you know?
Wow.
So I don't know. I feel like for me, my like sexual evolution, porn was like the next step. And here I am today, still here. Oh my God.
Yeah, you
It's
are
almost
still
been
here.
5 years.
5
5 years in April.
years.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh my-
goodness.
I always joke that
Been in the war for 5 years.
been in the war. Yeah, exactly. I always joke that like adult industry years are like dog years. You know, being in for 5 years is a huge accomplishment in this industry. So much turnover. What has kept you inspired and to continue to work in this industry?
I feel like what has kept me like going this long is just like one, I'm a very motivated person. I'm a workaholic.
Yeah.
And also I feel like I have a really good balance between my professional and personal life at times. Like I try to make time and like have like, you know, hobbies and a life outside of porn, which I feel like is really important, you know, to keep for your sanity, especially.
Super.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy important. So, sorry,
Go
I had a question.
ahead.
Then I kind of got lost in your eyes a little bit.
I know. It's really, yeah, it's hard not to.
It's crazy pretty. I wish we could get a close up just on those eyes.
Oh,
It
we
is
will.
Insane. Yeah, insert it here. So, with your passion in rave and fire dancing and all of these very cool girl things, where does porn fit in? Was porn kind of just a hobby, or?
Well, no, porn was starting as like full on career. I'm like, this is like my job now. I have to pour everything into it. But I think because like before I got into porn, I just like already had all these like creative flares that, you know, porn felt really natural for me to really like step into
Yeah.
because I was already like, you know, with like raving, I'm creating like really fun outfits, and you do that like when
You
you're,
made
like,
those?
well, I didn't like make them, but I'm like
Oh.
putting them together, like
Exactly.
styling them together, and you know, like all those things are like visually like appealing. Same thing with like you know, like fire dancing. Like I would do like fire dance performances at like small events and festivals. So I just feel like I just had this like performer nature in me.
Mhm.
And that's why like porn just felt like really natural to like go into. Like I was I think the only thing that I was like nervous about was I'm like, whoa, okay, this is like no going back. Like, you know, once I am fully naked on the internet, it is there forever.
Yeah.
And I had to like really like come to terms with that. Like in the beginning, just like think like, okay, this is like the art of like not giving a fuck truly.
Yeah.
No, 100%. It's very liberating.
It's
No,
super
for sure.
liberating.
I feel like we did jump over fire dancing.
We
Like
did
it's an
kind of
everyday
bring
Yeah.
up the
hobby.
fire dancing a little bit.
How in the hell did you learn how to do that? And I've even seen you do it in a scene before.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yes,
Yeah,
I've done it in
yeah.
a few scenes.
Mhm.
So a lot of my like non-porn friends, they are all like Burning Man people. That's
Love
like
it.
the easiest
Love
way
it.
to describe
Yeah.
it. And so like before porn, like that was, you know, I still like am very into that stuff. But like I would go to all these like little like transformational festivals, and a lot of my friends were like fire performers. And so I just learned from them because I just thought it was so cool. But I think the reason why I was able to do that is because in high school I was in color guard.
Oh.
Like I like which
With the flag?
yeah, with the
Yeah.
flag. So
Twirl,
like,
yeah.
you like dancing with the flag.
Yeah.
It's like
and
the
then
most
get-
hardcore dancing with the flag.
Yeah,
like
and then-
dancing with the flag makes it sound like it's
She's
like
coordinated.
do.
Yeah.
But
And
color
that's
guard?
essentially like when you're doing like fire dancing, you're dancing with different props. So that's how I knew I could do it. I'm like, okay, well, I did this before with the flag, and it's like the same thing, except you know these things are on fire now.
Yeah. Let's be careful.
Holy
Then-
Toledo.
Have you ever had any accidents?
I think I've only like really badly like singed myself like once, and that was when I was really don't do this.
What?
I was really drunk.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
But
Drunk fire
but
dancing.
That's why I don't fire
yeah,
dance.
that was
Right.
a
I'm
really
always
really
drunk.
long time when I first started. But I mean, when you play a fire, you know you do have like the risk of getting burned. But when you are skilled and not inebriated, don't do it. I do not like perform or do fire dancing inebriated at all anymore. That was a very long time ago.
Wait, yeah, you only
young
learned
and
that
dumb.
lesson once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also you kind of like fire is one of those things you get to have like a lot of respect for it, and you can't be too cocky with it because then you'll get burned. Also, you know, you have to. It's just like
I feel like there's
You
a
have
to
metaphor
respect
here.
it.
yeah, like you
Right.
have to like there's like respect and also like trust and also like you know proper training and fire safety. I don't know. It's very like there's a lot of like protocols. Like you got to make sure, you know, when you're doing it, you're not doing it alone. You have someone there. Like you have to have like typically a person safetying you with like a fire safety blanket, which is like a duvetine. And yeah, I like to smother the fire. Yeah. But it's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you still practice? You still
I do. Not as much as I used to, but here and there I do.
perform?
I haven't done like any fire performances like in a very long time, but I did actually film a scene a month ago where I did my fire dancing.
Oh,
in
I
it,
love
so.
it. I love it.
Well, that's funny because I got 2 fire sticks back here.
Yeah.
Kidding. It's like Amazon fire
Oh my
sticks.
God.
Oh, the other guy.
The
I love
very
it.
cheap
Well-
Oprah.
Jesus. Well, clearly you are a fearless creator. You're an amazing creative, very bold. I've never done fire dancing in a scene before, but I was going to say your scenes are known for their stunning visual quality. You have like a very unique style with everything that you bring. How do you mesh like the technical aspect of production with the endless creativity that you have?
Like technical as in like the setup
Mm,
or like planning?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like bringing an idea to life.
So a lot of my inspiration, that's a really good question. When I get like inspired for scenes, I either am getting inspired from, you know, like art I see, like color schemes or like fantasy themes. Like one of the things that I like to emulate, like, you know, and a lot of my, like, especially like my self-produced stuff, that's where I get really crazy, is I like to just, my idea whenever I'm making like something like that, I want it to be eye candy.
Mhm.
I want it to be very visually appealing. I want it to be very
Eye-watering.
colorful
Yeah.
and like fun. I want it to be very like different, and I want the viewer to be transported into another world. And so a lot of the times with like my lovely, amazing personal film crew I have.
Yeah.
Which
Whoa,
are,
a personal film
yeah,
crew?
like essentially they're two of my really good friends who help me put on like a lot of my productions. One of my like really close girlfriends, her boyfriend films a lot for me, and then she like edits and like helps me like build build sets.
Gotta have a good team.
Whoa.
It's very important. Yeah.
And it
Like
sounds
I
you do. That's
like I will like
great.
I've built sets before. One of my favorite things I've done, this is like 3 years ago now. I put on this like Christmas like scene production, all like girl, and my inspiration was Candyland.
Oh,
Like the Candyland game, because every Christmas, like red and green are not my colors, obviously. My color's blue, and like I don't know, Christmas, like I like doing themed things in general because everyone loves a theme, and so I'm like, how can I make Christmas like more fun and like colorful? I'm like Candyland.
Oh, for sure.
And so I built a whole Candyland inspired like little Christmas set. I made like giant like lollipop props out of like PVC pipes and pool noodles. I like wind up the pool noodles and like put them in like rainbow cellophane and like fake snow, Christmas trees, all these things. It was like very colorful.
Oh my God.
And then another set that I did, this is another one of my favorites. I actually had my good friend, she helped me. Well, she actually built the set. It was my idea. And it was kind of like all neon vibe, but I wanted like tropical, like plants. So it was like we took a bunch of fake plants and trees, and she spray painted them like really bright colors. We used black lights. We were filming on a like a plexiglass mirror. So just like, I don't know, getting creative.
She is not
oh my God.
your average porn. No.
Not at all.
No.
Oh my God. Do you pull a lot from mainstream media, or do you just sort of like pull from whatever you feel like pulling from?
I feel like from whatever. Like I get like random inspirations here and there. Like I did one scene that I did. It's a New Year's Eve scene that I did with Avery Ray, and we did this last year. And one of my best friends gave me the idea for this. She's like, you should do like a New Year's thing. So I was thinking like disco ball, like shimmering. And she's like, what if you got one of those like burlesque like martini glass things?
Yeah.
And so we did a scene with like the martini glass like prop.
The
and
big one?
Yeah, like the big one. So I had a studio SFV, like shout out to them, because they like built, I like will commission them to build me sets for my scenes.
Damn.
So once in a while I like to do big production stuff, because for me that's what makes it fun. Like not every single scene I do is a big production, but sprinkling those in to what I'm creating helps keep it interesting for me, because when you've been in this long, you can only film fingering yourself so many different ways.
That's true.
For
yourself too, it's boring.
Yeah, and like
bored.
And I have a cute little studio set up at home as well, like with really bright lights, very like colorful psychedelic vibe. So I just making my own like self-produced studio like productions. It's just so fun, and like I don't know, it's very rewarding too, because on mainstream sets, we don't really get to do like that many crazy things. And, unfortunately for me, like being a semi like alt girl, which is, in porn, like it kind of like puts me in a box where certain companies, I guess, are afraid to book me because of my hair color, and like it's not all the time, but like, a lot of the bigger companies, they'll do all these like cool things. I'm like, I'm probably not going to get booked by that company, but I could put it on myself and do it 10 times better.
I love that.
And own it.
I love that.
And have more autonomy over what I create.
Yeah, definitely.
2,000%.
Yeah, no, well, your dedication and talent have earned you numerous awards and nominations. How do you feel about that recognition, and do you feel like it's impacted your career?
Getting recognized for like those things is definitely amazing, especially like in my first year in the industry.
Best New Starlet?
Yeah, Best New Starlet. That was my first my first
Congratulations.
Thank you. First nomination when I got in the industry. I didn't win, but being nominated is just as good as like winning, because like I'm being recognized like that early on in my career. And like I don't know, when I first joined porn, also, like, I was told by a lot of people, like, you're not going to be successful. You're going to have to conform your look and this and that. Like, I'm not trying to have a sob story here, but, like, it's just crazy. Like, you know, you have these higher powers trying to tell you how things are going to go for you. But I just feel like, you know, anyone in this industry could be successful as long as you are, like, literally, like, sounds corny, staying true to yourself and like
a bad
who
bitch
you
does
are
her
and
own
your
thing.
brand.
It's true. A bad bitch does her own thing, no matter what people say, and no matter if literally everyone else is doing something different. You do what you do.
Exactly.
And you do it proudly. So, do you have any rituals getting ready? Like, how do you get into the Jewelz Blu mood?
For a scene.
Is there a playlist?
There is a
wanna know what's on the
playlist.
playlist.
I would love that playlist.
So whenever I have like a really big scene, like the day before, you know, I always make sure to do like I have my like, you know, my gym time. Sometimes if it's a really stressful scene, I will like go to the Korean spa and like sit in the sauna. I'll go get a massage. I have like a very intense skincare routine, and then I also like to just like, you know, make sure whatever I have going on the day before, big scene, that I'm just like, you know, keeping my head clear, no stress, going to bed at a really good time. Like, you know, it's a school night. I don't go out. Like, or, you know, I can't like stay up late and all that stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of big scenes, tell us about Double the Pleasure.
Oh, oh my goodness. That is the one with Ricky and Adria.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It was nominated for Best Group Sex Scene for the Fleshbot Awards.
Yes.
This year.
Oh my, that scene is oh my god, so much fun. I love Ricky. I love Adria. Like those are like my besties. And getting to do that scene, like it just felt like really raw, like fun energy. And there's a point in the scene too where like they like I like squirted and I was not expecting that in my face. I'm just like,
we love a surprise
squirt. Yeah. It was like that I think that scene started to unlock my like squirting power.
Crazy. No, that's true. I feel like some people go like such a long time not knowing that they can or feeling like they can't, and then all of a sudden it just happens one day.
If my eyes are correct, if anyone will do it, Ricky will probably do it.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh no, he's absolutely amazing. And I like love the whole like aesthetic of the scene too. Like kind of like the shot at night, like the dark, you know, the dark room aesthetic with like the bright like light. And I love the lingerie that we're wearing. Adria actually picked that out for both of us. And I'm like, okay, well, I want us to do like very like full glam for this, like, you know, like shiny black blue. It's like shiny outfit. And then I did like a really high, like slick back ponytail and that, because I just wanted to like have this like total like kind of vixen-esque like look.
How does it feel being nominated for Best All-Girl Group Sex Scene and Best Virtual Reality Sex Scene at the 2024 AVN Awards? Those are two big awards.
I know. I honestly, I was like a little flabbergasted, especially at the girl one. Like, I'd almost, no offense, I'd forgotten about that scene.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? Like, it might not be like memorable to you, but something like, in that really stood out.
The ladies that I worked with, absolutely amazing. I had a fun time. And to me, I don't know, that's an honor because I feel like, you know, being recognized in like the, like, you know, the lesbian porn girl like portion of like porn is like, to me, that's a big honor because when I love the ladies and to like, I don't know, getting to have, you know, that love for the ladies recognized and, you know, those talents. So that's exciting to me. And then VR, oh, that one's awesome. That one is, if I remember correctly, is another scene that I did with Adria Ray. That's just my girl right there.
I feel like she's a girlfriend at this point.
She knows I have a big lesbian crush on her.
I do too.
Do you want a VR headset?
I do not, but I actually did preview that scene in VR. I was on set for the company that shot it, like a different scene, and they're like, yeah, do you want to see the scene that you shot like a few weeks ago? Yeah. And I put on the headset and I was like, oh yeah, if I was a dude, I would get nothing done. I would get nothing done. And it's like crazy. It's like it's like the VR happening. It's like you're right in the room with them. It's insane.
Right up close, yeah.
Wow. And I thought it was really hot. I think you know, with my VR work, I like a lot of my fans are very diehard for it, and I enjoy doing VR scenes. They are a lot of work, very strenuous, but very rewarding. And I love like interacting with the camera and, you know, bringing like whatever that fantasy or story is to life.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that one. I
Yeah,
hope that
she's
one
got good
wins.
dirty talk too.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The VR scenes are fire. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
How do you feel about new technology in the industry right now, like VR, AI, kind of AR? What are your thoughts on that?
So, with the AI, I know a lot of people are concerned, like, oh, you know, AI is going to replace us. I don't think so.
Well, nothing can replace us.
No, I don't think it's to be scared of it. I feel like, you know, a lot of those things, like, we can use as tools to aid us in what we're doing. I don't know. I haven't like honestly dabbled too much in like the AI stuff myself. You have an AI thing, don't you?
I had a chatbot for a while. It was rough. The technology is so new
Yeah.
that it's still, we're in like that like growing
Infancy
pains.
phase.
That like beta
stage.
phase.
Yeah. I
It's
feel like
funny. Oh,
yeah.
But it's funny. I went to the eye doctor the other
Yeah.
day, and I made it a point to ask him about blue light. And I was like, "Is that real, or am I just like seeing?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Well, it's funny that you asked that because technically, yes, they can like blue light can affect you, but the products
Oh.
did come before the science.
Oh, interesting.
And in a way, like that's what how I feel about AI right now. It's
Yeah.
like a lot of products are coming before like the actual proof that it's any good. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Perhaps.
It's like you see those AI generated images and they can't get the hands right.
No.
Yeah.
And so that's why, you know, I feel like it's very new. I don't have too much of an opinion on it. I think, you know, when it's more like fleshed out, it could be like a really cool thing to incorporate into what we do
Into a
online.
tool. Yeah.
But like as a full-on replacement, like I'm not like worried about that. But I feel like all this new technology for what, because like a lot of what we do online is virtual. Like, you know, we are like the virtual like girlfriends of the world.
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, down the line, this stuff could be very like useful, like, you know, for our jobs.
Yeah.
But
So, well, and I feel like porn is an early adopter of a lot of new technologies. Sometimes
Sure.
it kind of paves the way for what's coming. Where would you want to see better technology? Where would you put, you know, AI in what you do, or, you know, any new technology you'd want to adopt?
that's a good one. I feel like it could be cool with like VR, like being integrated, you know, with like live cam streams.
Oh, I love
Like that would be really amazing, because I like right now, like I do like, you know, weekly live streams on like my OnlyFans. I actually eventually want to I want to try out Chatterbait. I haven't tried it out ever yet.
We've got some people that can help you with that.
The
I've got a
interface
t-shirt back here.
it kind of intimidated me a little bit.
Really?
But yeah, like I think, you know, I see personally right now a resurgence in camming being very popular.
Yes,
you know, for all of us like creators, especially because, you know, OnlyFans, like right now, like I love OnlyFans. I still use it. Obviously, I won't always use it, but I feel like it's kind of ruined. Like a lot of these big fan sites are ruined because of all the agencies. And I feel like right now, you know, fans are responding better to, you know, camming and like live streaming, because they want that real,
they want the real
girl connection. And
right then and there.
you know, that's what like I'm all about, like trying to provide for my fans. Like my like thing is like I always want to provide like that real one-on-one connection, and also, you know, like the best high qualities, like, you know, content ever.
Yeah. Well, you're nailing it.
Yeah,
I think your
my
fans
best.
your fans are very happy. I know they're crazy about your online presence.
They
It's
love them
incredible.
some
Yes.
Jewelz.
Do you know what my favorite word is? Orgy. It just has such a ring to it. And this season of Cam Girlfriend is going to be all about orgies. That's right. This award-winning digital series is going to be all about group sex this time. Catch it on Camming Life on YouTube.com.
Yeah.
Speaking of, how do you deal with the haters? How do you deal with the people that's saying she should go pink? You know, how do you how do you shut them up in your head?
I don't really think that the haters get to me like at all. I'm too busy to like look at negative
Good.
comments.
Yeah.
I think my biggest critic is myself, you know, like I'm a Virgo, so I'm always like criticizing myself, like, am I doing enough? Is this good enough? Am I good enough? Like, you know, I have like this moment, like, I don't know if I would call it imposter syndrome, but where I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, what am I even doing? Or like, you know, it's like rough. Like this industry like can definitely be rough. And I feel like, you know, it's hard to like, I wouldn't say like compare, but like, you know, you look at other people's successes and like, I'm so happy for all like, you know, my peers,
Yeah.
but you know, a lot of this industry is also based on like luck as well.
True. Right
Yeah.
place, right time.
And right place,
job.
right time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like really tricky. And so I feel like a lot of times I have to like, you know, think and be like, okay, you know, you can't measure like your place on your journey by where someone else is at and like their destination and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
in that vein, what advice would you have for somebody that's getting into the industry?
I think that I would say it's definitely important to have a little bit of a thick skin and also understand that like, you know, certain things take time and you have to be very like persistent like about what you want and like really want it. Like, I don't know, like there have been moments like in my first year in porn where I remember like being on a set and it was like the worst day ever on set. And I was like, went home crying in my Uber and I'm like, am I even cut out for this? But then, yeah, like it was like just like a rough day. Like I got sunburned. The crew it was just like the worst company to work for.
Bad vibes.
Just bad vibes.
Yeah.
And I was like, am I cut out for this? And I'm like, no, I have to keep on going. Like I've already done it. I've already gone so far already. Like, you know, being dedicated to this, like I just need to keep on going. And also making sure you take time for yourself and your peace. And yeah, it being award season right now, to not get wrapped up in that. Like, you know, awards are amazing and being nominated is amazing, but you can't hinge your whole self-worth and like the worth of your career on that as well.
So looking ahead, what are some of your long-term goals and aspirations?
So, I have a lot of big long-term
Yes,
goals and
let's hear it.
aspirations.
Spill.
So being my 5th year in porn, there are still a lot of firsts I haven't done yet. And I can't say with who or when, but I can say the big A is coming this year.
Yes.
The big A is coming.
Mm-hmm. That's a big moment.
Gaping
I feel
2024.
Yeah.
I want that campaign poster.
Wasn't
so
there
bad.
Jewelz
there was a scene called Jewelz. Make America Gape Again? Or something like that. And it's nominated for like a best title.
Is it really?
Yeah. Anyway.
That's a genius title.
Yeah.
It is.
It
It
really
very
is.
good. That
No,
is very
this
good.
year I want to take it up a notch even more. Like I'm self-booking now. I have been self-booking since last summer. Best decision I ever made. I wish I did it sooner, but you know, I feel like now that I have like full reins of my career and what I can truly do, you know, I'm basically going to try to like work with, you know, any company that I haven't worked with yet. Yeah. I want to get more into like, you know, hardcore scenes. I feel like, you know, unfortunately when I was represented by an agency, I was being held back by the things that I wanted to do. Like I wasn't able to like do, you know, as much as the crazy stuff that I like really am aching to do. So that's like, you know, that my goal for this year is, you know, more crazy stuff like in my mainstream scenes. I actually want to shoot in Europe. Sometime this year. I've been wanting to do that for a really long time. So I want to, you know, branch out overseas, gangbang, blow bang, all of the stuff, all the big firsts. That's my goal this year. And I also just want to like up my, you know, self-production. I want to like shoot like, you know, crazier, like, you know, self-produced scenes, like bigger productions, like, you know, I do want to make like a movie also, like a little you know, a little porn movie, like self-produced. That's been one of my big like goals.
What genre
on my bucket
do you know?
list. I don't know yet, but
porn.
Okay. All right. My ear.
You never know.
So,
no, it'll be a film noir.
Right.
Like
I want to do something like that. I haven't done anything like that yet. I've done like, you know, smaller like, you know, self-produced things, but I want to have like a storyline and like, you know, some tension,
An
some
hour,
sex.
an hour and a half.
Yeah,
even.
something like that. And I like really want to test, my planning abilities, my, producing abilities. Yeah,
Your set design.
Set
Mhm.
design,
Yeah.
all of that stuff,
So cool.
styling. So I'm really excited. The one thing that is tricky that I have to think like I need to balance more is like I'm already an organized person, but being like self-booking, like, I have to go, you're like seeking out your own work. It's a lot of work. It's very rewarding. But it means I have to be even more organized and, get better at texting people back.
She's
Also,
such a Virgo.
the timely
Oh,
manner.
really?
Yeah.
God.
I love it.
I didn't know you were a
Yeah.
Virgo.
Yeah, I am a
You
Virgo.
said that earlier.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's been a lot of weed smoking.
Yeah.
But I
For
know
me.
I'm very excited for 2024 and I feel like, the sky is the limit.
No, we're excited for you. I cannot wait to see what you do. I feel like we know you a little bit better now.
Mhm.
So I feel like I can ask you some dirty questions.
Oh, please.
Yeah,
do.
Melissa has to get to
Yes.
know her prey before
I-
she.
Ooh.
Tell me your dirtiest sexual fantasy.
Ooh. Well,
Dirtiest.
dirtiest.
Jesus Christ.
This is like just, I feel like this is most girls. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe most girls that I know in porn, but my biggest fantasy is to like, one day like have a boyfriend and, he has like a bunch of attractive friends and they all like run a train on me, pass me around to the homies, homie hopping in the best.
I love it. Let me in.
And then I want like maybe another boyfriend. This is like the same boyfriend, another boyfriend that I can peg.
Oh yeah.
Also,
You don't want
yeah.
that to be the same boyfriend? The same
No.
guy
I don't know.
gangbanging with can't be the guy.
You can
I don't know.
find
I mean,
one from
maybe.
the gangbang.
It
Yeah.
depends.
It's a vibe.
It depends. Yeah.
That's a lot to ask of one person.
It is a lot to ask. Of,
Can I peg you also?
That's why I'm like,
That's
maybe I need
know.
multiple boyfriends. One that I could peg. One that will help me do gangbangs. It'd be nice if he was bi too. So,
Oh yeah.
so this is a tall wish
All right.
list.
Yeah. What else is on the
Yeah,
list for
like actually have all of that.
yeah.
Manifesting, right? Speaking it into
A little
reality.
Frankenstein. That would be an extremely cute porn plot, I think, for you.
Yeah.
If it was like a blue Frankenstein that you made. Like a guy,
The perfect
your perfect-
boyfriend.
your
Oh my
perfect
God, that's a
boyfriend.
great
Yeah.
idea.
And he's just
The new
blue
technology.
colored and all. Oh, all right, anything. I don't know. I don't know. It could be anything.
We did say crazy. Yes. We did
Okay,
say
my
crazy.
turn though. What is your number one on your sexual bucket list, like right now?
Oh, I mean, besides
In your personal life.
in my personal
Yeah.
life. Okay, personal life. Ooh. Personal sex life. It's a really
Do you have one?
I don't know if I have a personal sex
Yeah.
life. Yes, I do.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
sometimes when you work a lot, yeah.
You
you're
don't,
like-
yeah.
No,
that's
it's no,
fine.
I know. I definitely do have a personal sex life. It is I feel like it's very important. You gotta have your nut for the camera, your nut for yourself, by yourself, like solo, and then like,
100%.
then with your partner.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At least 3 nuts a day,
Ers.
if you didn't
Yeah.
catch that.
that's just like my personal point of view because I feel like it's important to have that like balanced out. But I feel like for personal sex life, I would love to have an off-camera boy girl threesome.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Again
Eiffel
with
Tower.
an off-camera Eiffel
Eiffel
Tower
Tower.
just
She
for
wants
fun.
to go to Paris, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, take me to
Oui,
Paris,
oui.
please.
You know what's crazy?
Oui.
It's hard. Yeah, no, it's hard to even like set up those types of scenes. So
Let alone
I haven't
just two
cracked the-
bros that you know.
yeah, I haven't cracked the code on how to like snag two dudes in my real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, they have to already be friends.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
like
really?
this goes
Mhm.
back to my other ultimate fantasy, like, but that's my bucket list, off camera. I feel like personal sex I've done a lot. Like I've had like threesomes of friends,
Mhm.
Yeah.
in the past, like with past partners, like sharing like, a boyfriend's dick with one of my best friends. I've done a lot of that, which is awesome. I did have a girlfriend at one point. We had lots of amazing lesbian sex.
love
So, I feel like I've been very blessed to do a lot on and off camera, but there are still some things I'm just like, ooh, dying to have.
Yeah, for sure. You're making me blush. I'm like looking at this like I can't. No, hey, this is a good one. This is one I've never done. But have you ever masturbated to your own porn?
I actually have.
Really?
I have.
Never?
No, I don't like watching myself.
I feel like the same way. Normally I'll like skim through like, you know, a scene that I'm like, yep, okay, that happened. Yep, well, okay, cool. It's only been a couple of things that I have like masturbated to.
Tell me about it.
So, one of them is actually my boy girl with Owen Gray and Small Hands. Shout out to both of you guys.
Yes.
I love you.
Deep blush, baby.
Deep blush makes me blush. Yeah.
Yes.
And another scene that I shot for my OnlyFans with Alex Mack, where there's like some like little light bondage involved, and I'm like, this is a hot one. Like, whoa. Like, normally I don't like, you know, watch, like, I'll watch my porn for the like artistic aspect, like, you know, to like judge it. But yeah, those are the two things that I feel like I've masturbated most to.
Yes. Can you show us your O face, your orgasm face?
I know what it looks like.
Oh,
Just kidding. Go for it.
Oh no, now I'm nervous. Oh God. I don't know. I kind of roll my eyes back. I'm like, you know.
Oh, yep.
I feel like, you know, it's funny, like how I perform on camera is a lot like how I also am off camera.
Nice,
like I'm very like vocal and expressive, and I don't know. I'm not just like off camera, you know, at home like dead doll, like not dead doll, but like limp fish, you know, like
Yeah.
I know. I don't know, like
That's what I'm gonna do when people ask me that question. I'm just gonna be like, and they're like, oh, did you come?
No.
I was literally like,
That was it.
But I feel like a lot of the times when I'm like off camera coming, I'm like convulsing. I'm like kind of like slamming my head back. Like, you know, I'm having like
Just
a
getting
full,
exorcism.
I'm having
Exorcism.
literally a full exorcism. Like if it's really good, like I'm just like, ooh, it's like, you know, through the whole body.
I love it.
It's great.
That's
Yeah.
cool though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have
That's
you-
acting. Hello.
Yeah. Have you heard that somebody was trying to explain to me the other day that there's a difference between orgasming and coming? Do you think that's true? Yeah, it was like, because you know, so I have like different types of orgasms,
Yeah,
but
I
I wouldn't
feel
say
like-
one. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like maybe people think of orgasm as just like, you know, a one and like you're just like kind of like melting. But I don't know. I feel like when I think of coming, like, I mean, I'm going to do that over and over again until I'm like, you sick fuck, stop. Stop it.
I can't take it
Especially
anymore.
with the Hitachi. I'm like, sometimes, I mean, sometimes you got to like literally be like, okay, I'm done.
Put it away.
Yeah.
Run out of battery.
Throw it on the ground. And then I have like, then you have your post-nut clarity. You're like, oh gosh, like,
What have I
I'm gonna
done?
reclaim my virginity. Like,
God,
have
you're
you
literally
seen? Have you
shaking.
seen? There's a scene, and it makes me think of the scene in the Black Swan where the word whore is like written on the mirror, and she's like, you know, freaking out. She's like trying to wipe it off the mirror. Like that's
God.
sometimes you're like, oh,
Too much masturbation. God. Honestly though. What's the shortest time it's ever taken you to come?
I think like maybe like a minute or 2 minutes. And this is like so I have different, so I've recently been getting back into, I call them acoustic orgasms, or acoustic masturbation, where like no toys, literally just my fingers, good old fingering.
Acoustic.
I'm bringing fingering back in 2024 because
Yes.
like for the longest time I feel like I got disconnected from that part of myself. And like recently I've actually just like one time I was like out of town on like a work trip and I didn't have my like Hitachi with me, which was a crime. And I'm like, you know, I'm gonna acoustically masturbate.
Had to
Just-
do it the old
and
fashioned way.
The old fashioned way,
Lord.
you know?
The way the
And-
pilgrims did
and
it.
I actually was actually able to come pretty fast and it was good. And I was very impressed with myself.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, I was going to ask you your favorite toy, but is
Now
it
we
just
know.
fingers?
I think it's my Hitachi.
Oh, yeah.
honestly.
Okay, yeah, we
He
can't.
keeps coming up.
We
I
can't
I love
actually.
my Hitachi, but you know, besides that, I did try one of those like sucker toys one time.
Like the
I don't
rose
Those
have
are the
one.
worst ones, yeah.
I like need to get one, but I like know those are amazing. Also, fuck machines are great because you could be hands free. You know?
Yeah.
They're okay. I had the roughest time getting them to stay still.
Oh, yeah.
It kept
Do you have to,
moving
like-
and falling over.
like bolt it to the
It
floor.
was kind of embarrassing. I was just
Maybe
like
a
trying to enjoy
sandbag.
myself, and it kept falling over like a
Come
fucking.
on.
Get up! I was so
It's like,
embarrassed
I don't want to
after.
do this.
Oh my god.
All right, Jewelz, what is something non-sexual that turns you on?
I think what really turns me on, like, that's not sexual.
Overtly sexual.
Overtly sexual. I think like light like ASMR touches. Like you know, like if someone like, you know, sometimes like a brush against the arm could just like be nice, or hair brushing.
Yes.
I don't know, like,
oh, like someone brushing your hair?
Yeah, I don't know. And then also like certain like scents, like if a person has like a good like scent on
Like
them.
pheromones or like cologne?
It could be both. It could be both, like pheromones or cologne, or just like the natural like scent of a person.
Yeah, I know several people that have like this like sweat, like the way that they sweat. It's just like it smells. I don't know. It smells very good. I don't know. I love
that.
Yeah.
It is true. It makes somebody hotter too. You can be like a 5 with like a really nice like cologne. You're like, oh.
You're like, wow.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
What's your name? Yeah.
Yeah, I think just like those like very simple kind of like primal type things, like, you know, like touch, like I'm not even talking like sexual touch, like, you know, like a hand, like if someone like puts their hand on your leg, just like, you know, kind of like a comforting type thing.
Yeah. A little hand holding.
Yeah.
Jewelz needs some love.
Yeah. Feels like a little intimacy. She likes the little soft touches. Yeah. Who would have known?
I'm like a cat. You gotta pet me, make me purr,
brush your hair.
Yeah. Tell her she's
pretty.
Take her to blow bangs.
Just the simple things.
Just the little things. Just keep your girl happy.
Share me with your friends.
Right.
That's all I need.
Do the Eiffel Tower. Like,
but don't ask for much, okay?
Yeah. It's not much.
I bring my tight pussy to the table. So, you know.
What else? You gotta work pretty hard for that. Gotta be honest.
Do you prefer to give or receive?
Ooh, you know, I'm definitely a giver, and I feel like it's a dominant aspect of me. I get really turned on by seeing my partner get turned on. Like, I don't know. Like, I like, for instance, like in a scene, like I do like my pussy being preferably by women, but like I'd rather suck the dude's dick, because I just like, I like seeing guys do those like body twitches, or they're like, you know, yeah, like I like having that type of like, you know, like sexual, like, you know, control. And it's funny too, because, you know, I have this belief that, you know, you can have a dominant power in any situation, like even while getting fucked, even while being bent over, being railed. Like, I feel like, you know, my power is like, 1, my tight gorilla grip pussy, 2, and I feel like just, you know, having been a dom before, like I know like certain secrets and tricks. I actually did this scene, this like foot fetish scene for Love Her Feet, and I was like touching the guy's balls, and he like told me he knew I was a dom before because how I was like touching his balls.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like how I was grabbing his balls. It was like crazy.
You
I wasn't
controlling him through the you were
I
wasn't through the balls.
I wasn't even like, you know, I wasn't like doing anything bad or like hurting him, but I was just like, you know, I just like knew, and he was like, he knew too, and I liked that.
Yeah.
That's really hot, especially during like a foot fetish scene. I don't know what it is about restriction, especially during a foot fetish scene. I'm just like, oh my goodness.
Yes.
This is, and not even just like bondage restriction, but like holding oneself back.
Oh.
During the scene. It's I don't know. It's very hot to me.
But yeah, I'm definitely a giver. Like that turns me on the most.
Well, I want to thank you for giving us your time today. Thank you so much for being here. It was so nice to get to know you.
It was so good to actually see you in the blue in person.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, you're just as vibrant.
Yeah, you're so gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
But before we go,
awesome being here.
Yeah, perfect. I was gonna say, but before we go, let the fans know what you're doing, what you're working on, or anything else.
And where they can find you.
Yeah, where they can find you.
So my name is Jewelz Blu, and you can find me on Instagram at only Jewelz Blu. And on, I don't call it X, Twitter, or whatever you prefer, Jewelz, JEWELZ_BLU. And I want you to be on the lookout for whenever my big A is coming. And I have some really fire Valentine's Day themed content also coming out as well too, whenever this gets released. But, you know, it'll be very noteworthy. So I definitely recommend you check it out.
Awesome. Yeah, we can't wait. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Blue.
you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Hey, Sex Squad. Remember to spank that like button and subscribe on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/camminglife.
And make sure to subscribe to Sex Tales wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.
Yes.